Good afternoon, everyone. I've been blessed with the opportunity to welcome my fellow classmates, families, friends, and school faculty members to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2021. Today is the moment that our 4 years of high school has led to, and here we are today. We made it. And now it is time to celebrate this great accomplishment and to remember the good times and the bad. High school education is designed to prepare students for the next step, whether it be college, the military, or going straight into the workforce. It is hard to teach memorable lessons to teenage kids going through some of the strangest years of their life mentally and physically. But I have found that the best preparation presented to me came from the relationships built with those around me while in high school, the ones that we will keep with us for the rest of our lives. One of the first relationships I made with a teacher in high school was with Mr. Ashbrook, our gym teacher. For those who do not know, he's a pretty athletic guy, which makes sense because he is the gym teacher. I first met him at football practice my junior year, and he was the coach that was for the players. He made sure to pick up each player after they were given much needed discipline from the other coaches, and made sure we did not take it to heart. It wasn't about what Ashbrook did, but it was about how he did it. He made sure to make all players feel included and know that they could do better and that they would. I learned a lot from Ashbrook, but the most prominent lesson was how to lift people up and how to become a better leader. It is not only the teachers that we learn from, though. In fact, I would say that I learned more from the relationships I've formed and maintained with fellow students and friends than the ones the teachers taught us. One of the relationships that taught me the most was with Nick McCoy. Nick is a man of few words. I didn't share any classes with him until this year in English. Throughout the year, I noticed an aspect about Nick that not many people had. He's a genuine guy. No matter who Nick talked to, he always engaged them, and you could tell he genuinely meant what he said. This brought me to my second realization. Be fully present and engaged in the conversations around you. No relationship, however, can top the ones that we have with the people or person that we choose to return to every day. Not necessarily always our parents, but the people who make home our home. The quote from Fast and Furious, "Who you choose to be around lets you know who you are," applies directly to this. Every time we are around those people we learn from them, we naturally begin to mimic them, share their ideas, and work to impress them. These are the people that first teach us how to look out for people, and more specifically, how to love others. This brings me to my third lesson. Each of us has a choice, and we should choose to spend time with the ones that make us happy. We come here today as a send-off to the next step of our lives. As we go into our future careers, set our new goals, and live our lives, I want each of you to focus on building relationships. After all, relationships are the catalysts of building leaders, entrepreneurs, and even learning little life lessons, such as the ones my classmates and teachers taught me. The relationships with those around us made me realize something, and this is the realization I would like to leave you with. Life is short, so spend time with the people who make life feel like it should last forever. I want to thank everyone one more time for attending the ceremony for the class of 2021, and it has been an honor being your president for your senior year. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I have known Braden since 4th grade, and while his intelligence was always impressive, so was his ability to wait until the last possible moment to complete projects. Many times, he would still receive a better grade than me. Luckily, we could laugh about this, as we did with many things that probably weren't that funny. Congratulations, Braden. You have a bright future, and I'm glad I got to experience high school with you. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Union County High School's 2021 Salutatorian, Braden Rybel.
Good afternoon, and thank you, Sam, but for the record, I only have 6 tardies this year. Well, at least 6 that were recorded. I'd also like to extend this thank you to those who have aided in each of our journeys. Parents and caretakers who have transformed us from stumbling toddlers to teenagers screaming like toddlers. Teachers who incited this very same screaming with tests and homework, unless of course you went online. Administrators and faculty for facilitating this learning environment and allowing me to speak today. To everyone who had to clean up our meager senior prank attempts, thank you and sorry. And to the cicadas who waited their whole lives just to celebrate this milestone with us. All jokes aside, it takes a village to raise a child, and this tight-knit community is that village. Now let's talk about procrastination. I'll be the first to admit that I occasionally fall victim to this disease. But let's be honest, unless your name is Cameron Woods, we've all been in that situation where the hour hand of a clock is steadily shifting from 11 to 12, the minute hand is whizzing around, and a blank Google document is blinding your already tired eyes. I recall this picture vividly on the last day of summer when Mrs. Barneiser's homework was sitting in front of me untouched, while the very near due date was inching closer. My fingers began flying on the keyboard until what emerged was a mediocre paper with my name on it. Although I would love to blame her for the totally unfair time frame of the whole summer, inevitably I am the one to blame. You see, we allocate time for an assignment, but despite our best efforts, we get distracted until it is nearly too late. This dilemma extends past finishing homework and into our feelings, our relationships, and our goals. Why wait to reach out to that person you've noticed has been lonely lately? Why wait to rekindle the fire of a lost friendship over a jigsaw puzzle? Why wait to start pursuing your goal of becoming healthy? We constantly wait for opportunities to arise when we are the ones in control. We are the ones that have the power to actively seek out our desires. Failure to do so only results in regret, but why have regrets when we only get this one life? For the more we wait, the less time we have. But enough about me talking about procrastination. Now let's celebrate. We have made it. Throughout all of the procrastinated assignments and images of Mrs. Rosenberger's face, we have made it. I want to congratulate you all on this incredible milestone and thank you for the memorable 4 years that will forever impact my life. I cannot wait to see where you'll end up, for I know that the class of 22 has great things ahead of them. But as you create your path in the world, always remember to not procrastinate in the important things in life. I would like to leave you with a quote from Benjamin Franklin. It reads, "You may delay, but time will not, and lost time is never found again." You may delay, but time will not, and lost time is never found again. Seize the day, class of 22. Thank you.
When I sat down to write this introduction, I struggled a lot with how to describe Malin. Not because I couldn't come up with flattering adjectives that suited him, but because they wouldn't give him justice. When you grow up with someone, it's an impossible task to capture every version of them you have known just by telling someone. So instead, I wanted you to hear some stories. The first interaction I had with Malin was in 1st grade. The boys and girls of our class were arguing over which gender was tougher during recess, and someone declared, "Oh yeah? Well, I bet the smallest girl could beat up the biggest boy here." This was my moment. I met eyes with Malin and started chasing him all through the swings, jumping through the tires and finally pouncing on him underneath the bunkie bars. I had him right where I wanted him, and we both froze. Neither of us actually knowing how to fight, we stared blankly at each other. Looking back, Malin was still twice my size and could have easily put me in my place, but he's always been gentler than me. In second grade, we were taught the Cotton Eye Joe and Jim, and I challenged him to see who could do it the longest without messing it up. We tapped our feet all through PE, down the hallway, and even through the test and class we had that day. Our poor second grade teacher gave us a warning to stop tapping during the test, but I had to win. I looked in the eye, and my feet didn't stop. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to say I am the reason Malin Page had to flip his very first card. In third grade, we were both in the high math class together, but he couldn't just stop there. The teacher said he was doing too well and had to move out in the hallway to do math above our grade level. I was furious. By then it was custom for us to sit by each other at lunch, and I knew exactly what I had to do. When he wasn't looking, I smashed all of his Cheez-It crackers. Later that night, I was reflecting on my actions and bawled my eyes out to my mom. She made me write an email to my teacher explaining what had happened. The next day in school, I had to roll out the apology carpet and say I'm sorry. Malin told me then that he didn't care that I had broken his Cheez-It crackers because he knew I didn't like what was for lunch that day and was just giving me what was left over of his food. Even with malice on my mind, Malin was being obnoxiously giving. The next year, I moved out in the hallway with him, but one could argue he was out there for his brains and I for being too loud. He was telling me stories and had me laughing so hard I was crying and fell out of my chair. The teacher walked out of the classroom furious and threatened to give me a detention. Malin quickly tried to explain to her that it was somehow his fault and attempted to take the blame. Him being quick with his words managed to talk us both out of trouble, but he was fully prepared to take my punishment. Malin is selfless enough to go out of his way to sacrifice himself for his friends. There are millions of other memories I would love to share, including him threatening to take his shoes off and stick his feet in my face if I wouldn't give him enough attention during long car rides, or if I was having a bad day, he would send me pictures of a scabby cat. However, Rosenberger says it's too hot for this to be much longer. This year in Barnheiser's class, she gave out little Dove chocolates with inspirational quotes in them every day. Because Malin doesn't like chocolate, one of his few flaws, I told him that it was unfair he wasn't inspired like the rest of us. Every day I would give Malin my trash and expect him to throw it away. Later that year, we had to act out Hamlet, and she had cast him as Hamlet and I as his best friend, Horatio, unknowing of how appropriate these characters really were. As we stood up on stage, our characters gawking over how much they loved each other, Malin dropped his book. Out flew about 20 Dove chocolate wrappers all over the stage. I asked him if those were my chocolate wrappers, and he looked at me confused and said, "Well, most of them are in my other book." Malin is a detail-oriented person. He makes notes of everything surrounding him and fixates on what makes people happy. Malin had a wonderful habit of making the people around him happier through all of life's details. Malin has made me happier every day I have known him. It is my greatest honor to introduce the sweetest man I have ever known, the Malin Page.
Oh my gosh, that was really sweet. That brought back some memories I did not know I had. All right. Well, hello, class of 2021. We're all here. We made it. Thank you once again, Shirley, for that wonderful speech. I wrote that it was wonderful ahead of time, but little did I know how great it would be. Also, I just want to say a big thank you to everybody for coming here today and supporting your graduate. I think Braden said it pretty well. It takes a village to raise a person, and they really raised all of us really well. If you had asked me how I felt about Union County High School last year, I would have told you I was completely ready to leave. School felt tedious, sports were tiring, and I was as addicted to TikTok as everybody else in this crowd. But now, I really couldn't feel any different. My last track season was a blast. Mrs. Barnheiser even told us to stop counting down how many days of school we had left, and I actually kind of agreed. It was a sad reminder of how close we were to the end. I'll miss you guys. I'll miss watching CNN 10 together. I'll miss doing homework the night before it's due together. I'll miss our casual conversation and sports together. I'll miss all of you. The class of 2021 is, in my completely unbiased opinion, the most impressive class to ever come through Union County, whether it be Short High School, Union County High School, or College Corner High School. We're the best. But seriously, we're insane at everything. Academics, a 4.0 GPA barely puts you in our top 20. And we have people going to colleges all across the country, We have our 3 Hawaii representatives up here. We have people going to the East Coast, and we have people going way down south. Athletics. We have countless sports awards, multiple college athletes, and quite a few military enlistees. The best thing about our class, though, is the collective personality. It's really hard to quantify into words, but each of you are just so amazing to be around. All my good memories, they're truly uncountable. All right, enough about our class. As awesome as you all are, I'm sure you don't want to sit here and listen to me talk about how awesome you are for my whole speech. Actually, you guys probably do. I forgot to mention they have a little bit of an ego. But that might just be me. Anyway, too bad. I'm done bragging. We're going big picture. We're going to talk about life. Life is complex. On a small scale, each and every one of us is extremely unique. Not a single person is like another. We all have complex emotions, bodies, and personalities. Everything we do is controlled by our brain, which is just a small organ in our head that is super confusing, and our bodies have these complex immune systems which fight off all these little diseases, which are really just these tiny things that make us feel really bad. And we have systems that pump blood into our system and oxygen into our system, and we have instincts that make us find food and drink water. Just one human being does all of that. Life is complex. That's just one human being, though. We can go larger scale. We've created this massively complex society. We have complex social standards, dinner etiquette, extensive legal codes. We have technology that lets us communicate across the globe. We have buildings that go through the clouds. And we have planes that can take us into the sky just off some fuel that's made out of who knows what. So much is going on. It gets even crazier, though. We can go larger scale. There are billions of us, and we all live in these same societies with similar things going on. But all of us really just live on this giant space rock that floats around a little yellow ball, and somehow we have life here. There's hundreds of rocks floating around our little yellow ball, and there's hundreds of little yellow balls floating around in the galaxy. So much is going on, and we just can never understand it all. I'm sure you guys knew all of that, but it's just crazy to say it aloud. There's so much going on. It's so complex. And in a way, it's kind of daunting. What I'm trying to say is that it's impossible to understand life. We try as a species. We explore in science, and we try to understand and learn more about what's going on around us. But the more progress we make, the farther away we realize we really are from ever truly understanding. Life is chaos, and in the chaos, it's hard to find a meaning. Why are you alive? What's your purpose? Why are you allowed to occupy the space you're in right now? The answer is actually kind of simple. 3 words. It's that life is meaningless. Now that's bleak, isn't it? Yeah. Let me rephrase. Life is meaningless objectively. There's no finite purpose for you. You weren't brought into this earth to meet any one goal or to accomplish any specific thing. It still sounds bleak, doesn't it? Well, here's the twist. There's no meaning objectively, which means there can be one subjectively. Life doesn't assign you a purpose or a path to walk down. Instead, you get to pick what you find fulfilling and pursue it. It's liberating. We can give life our own meaning. You can train for a marathon because you want to be healthy. You can hang out with your friends because it makes you happy. You can become a doctor because you want to save people. And those are all equally valid. You can do absolutely anything you want, and you get to decide if it's meaningful or not. You have freedom in life, and that's really, really special. What I encourage all of you to do is to find your purpose, the one that you choose, and have it make you happy. Change it if you need to. I'm sure everybody in the crowd has changed their purpose at least a few times. Your goal in life should be to enjoy it. Take risks, have fun, and be happy. You need to live life to the fullest. Take the reins and do something crazy. My biggest regret in life so far has been caring about things that don't matter. I wasted time caring about insignificant grade changes, how I might be judged, or what I'm afraid of. I was wasting time, and I wasn't as happy as I really should have been. I've really been trying to live by this philosophy for the last year, taking life by the reins. It's been fantastic. I've worried less about the little things and focused on doing what I think is fulfilling. And it's led me to a crazy, yet quite enjoyable life. For example, I jumped out of a plane. I went skydiving for my 18th birthday. I got my hair permed twice. It was nice and curly. I talked to strangers that I had never met and had some really interesting conversations. I decided to go to college out of state, 13 hours away to be precise. My mom would know. And I also let my girlfriend paint my nails. You just gotta have to not care. Do what makes you happy and have fun with it. I just did what I wanted to do. And yes, they're pretty bright blue. Life's been crazy ever since I took on this philosophy, but I've loved every second of it. All in all, my wish for you, the class of 2021, is that you're happy. I hope you find awesome meanings for your life, and I hope you have fun along the way. Thank you.
Congratulations to the class of 2021. Congratulations, Mr. Malin Page and Mr. Braden Reibold, and thank you for your words of wisdom, and more importantly, for being positive role models for your peers. Thank you. The class of 2021. You are emerging from a world unlike any we have experienced in our lifetime. Your class is emerging as one with stronger will, because you know what you want, with stronger vision, because you know what our world should be, and with stronger bonds, because you know the pain of loss. Like a butterfly emerging as a beautiful insect, you are all emerging from the darkness of a pandemic as a beautiful, driven individual. As you take flight, remember who is most important in your lives and take some moments to share your feelings with them. Those moments could be the most important moments of your life. Your class has left an impact on our hearts, and we will be forever changed by your relentless desire to emerge stronger and more resilient than we have ever dreamed possible. Congratulations to each of you. Prior to the citations of some individual accomplishments, I would like to honor our seniors who have enlisted in the armed forces. Audience members, please stand. Seniors, please remain seated as your classmates may stand to be recognized for their upcoming service to our country. Holton Brown, U.S. Air Force. Matthew Hampton, U.S. Army. Kendall Katzler, U.S. Army. And Garrett Townsend, U.S. Marines. I appreciate the sacrifices you are about to make to ensure all of our freedoms. Thank you very much. At this time, I would like to recognize Academic Honors Diploma and Core 40 Diploma students who have excelled. The cum laude honor is bestowed upon a student who has earned a cumulative 3.5 to 3.6999. Please stand as I call your name. Anna Buckler, Dylan Persinger, Sean O'Sullivan, Michael O'Sullivan, Grace Patrick, Shirley Hill, Reagan Singer, Peyton Hornung, and Kendall Katzler. Congratulations, cum laude. The Magnus students are the 3.7 to 3.8999 students. Please stand. Madison Gray, Kaylin Bombauer, Jackson Phoenix, Ellie Pitcher, Reagan Chapman, Whitley Laguerre, Hunter Logue, Emily Pitcher, Riley Holland, Luke Yamashiro, Maggie Fagan, and Emma Witter. Congratulations, Magna. Our summa cum laude honor is bestowed upon a student who has earned 3.9 or above. Please stand and remain standing as I call your name. Cameron Woods, Vanessa West, Derek Grissom, Lucas Paddock, Cadence Brock, Samuel Logue, Gwendolyn Harvey, Morgan Crom, Emily Harrison, Genevieve Antrim, Ellie Volz, Kylie Hetzler, Mason Tipton, Haley Kotka, Emma Townsend, John Teagarden, Roya Walton, and Hayden Schlichter. Our 2021 salutatorian, Mr. Braden Reibold, who is an academic honors student. Braden will be attending Georgia Institute of Technology and will be majoring in computer engineering. Congratulations, Braden. And lastly, it's my pleasure to congratulate the class of 2021 valedictorian, Mr. Malin Page. Malin is an academic honors diploma student. Malin will be attending Brown University and will be majoring in computer science with aspirations of becoming a college professor. Congratulations, Malin. Congratulations to all of the academic awards winners. With an unprecedented 39% of the graduating class earning academic honors, you have certainly set the standard high for success at Union County High School. Congratulations. Please stand. Malin Page, Vanessa West, and Cameron Woods. They were recognized as being I-STAR students for our school. Also, Malin was selected as an Indiana Academic All-Star at the state level. Congratulations. Madison Gray, Derek Grissom, Morgan Crom, and Cameron Woods for providing an uplifting baccalaureate program on Friday night. Thank you very much. Art students for all of the beautiful artwork that has adorned our hallways over the course of the past year. Also, congratulations to senior spotlight artists Shirley Hill and Jenna Johnson. Band and choir students, please stand for your various performances throughout the school year and here this afternoon. The cast and crew of Mamma Mia, you were fantastic. Thank you all for bringing music and dance into our lives. Ryan Lay, please stand. Congratulations to Ryan Lay for getting into Erskine Green Training Institute. Ryan is the first UCHS graduate to be accepted into EGTI and has a full ride scholarship. Ryan has also received honor roll designation for 4 years, earning an academic honors blanket on Friday night. Ryan has kept us smiling as our resident master jokester. Way to go, Ryan, we're gonna miss you. Attendance. Attendance has been a struggle for some of you. We have 3 seniors, Morgan Crom, Kaylin Bombauer, and Cameron Woods, who did not miss 1 day this school year. Kaylin Bombauer has not missed a day for the past 10 years in school. And Cameron Woods has never missed a day of school his entire 13 years at Union County High School schools. That makes 2,340 days if you're counting. Congratulations for being dedicated students and showing up for work. You are our future employers. I'd like to congratulate our student council officers and members, Morgan Crom, President, Derek Grissom, Vice President, Madison Gray, Secretary, and Cameron Woods, Member. Congratulations. Senior Class Officers, Derek Grissom, President, Matthew Hampton, Vice President, Mason Tipton, Secretary, and Malin Page, Treasurer. Outstanding Departmental Awards, Jenny Antrim, Brandon Brookbank, Anna Buckler, Shirley Hill, Morgan Crom, Ryan Lay, Nicholas McCoy, Malin Page, who's won 2 departmental awards, Emily Pitcher, Braden Rybolt, John Teagarden, and Emma Townsend for being selected as the most outstanding students in their respective departments. Congratulations. If you've had an opportunity to check into our Patriot Post, we have some seniors here today who put in a lot of time and effort making that both enjoyable and informative for us. Please stand. Jaden Bias, Mason Hornan, Alex Van Winkle, Haley Scott, Chloe Dale, Emily Harrison, Emma Witter, Haley Kotka, Sarah Johnson, and Riley Holland. Thank you all very, very much. Voices of Union County High School. I'd like to thank Jaden Bias for clearly communicating announcements at the beginning of the school day. And also Reese Watterson is here as our usher tonight. He's our second voice of Union County High School. It was a great way to start and end our school day. Thank you very much. Volunteerism. This year, the class of 2021, with its 104 graduates, earned at least 4,160 hours. I say at least because there are individuals who've earned many, many more hours, but chose not to record them. We do have 3 seniors who have recorded over 200 hours. Kaylin Bombauer, Vanessa West, and Cameron Woods. Please stand. Congratulations. The Whitewater College career graduates, please stand for the extra time and energy to learn a trade. Congratulations to Reagan Chapman, who was selected as the outstanding student from Union County High School. Congratulations. Any senior here today, please stand if you held an office in any club at Union County High School. We had a class of leaders as evidenced by the many who have become elected officers. Congratulations. We take pride in our Hall of Fame inductees. This year, we'd like to congratulate Ryan Lay, who was selected Most Improved. Jaden Bias, who won the Spirit Award. Madison Gray, who won the Human Rights Award. And Malin Page, who won the Leadership Award. We do have some individual athletic award winners as well. Boys and girls cross country, Kaylin Goffbauer and Luke Paddock were both regional qualifiers. Volleyball, Emma Townsend and Grace Patrick were all TEC. We were also TEC champions and sectional champions. Congratulations, volleyball. Football, Mason Wicker and Derek Grissom, all TEC. Please stand to be recognized. Wrestling, Morgan Crom, regional and semi-state qualifier. Congratulations. Gymnastics, Haley Kotka was a regional qualifier. Congratulations. Girls basketball, Madison Gray, all TEC. Congratulations, broke many records. Boys basketball, Alex Van Winkle, all TEC. Luke Paddock, honorable mention. Track and field, Kaylin Bombauer, Jenny Antrim, and Emma Townsend, regional qualifiers. Softball, TEC champions, sectional champions, regional champions. Please stand, softball girls. And state Final Four. Congratulations to the softball team. The softball and baseball, all conferences are not yet released, so we cannot announce those today. In boys golf, Cameron Woods, Luke Yamashiro, and Zeb Hall, all TEC. We are the 2021 TEC champs, and of course their season is still in progress. They will head to sectionals starting tomorrow. Congratulations. As you can see, this is certainly an extraordinary group of young adults. Rest assured that you've all made your mark on Union County High School. I wish you all much continued success as you look forward to a future filled with many challenges and opportunities for success. Mr. Borowiak, I proudly present to you the graduating class of 2021 and certify their eligibility to participate in this afternoon's ceremony.
Members of the Union County College Corner Joint School Board, I enthusiastically certify the class of 2021. All graduates this afternoon have met, and most have exceeded local and state graduation requirements. At this time, I request that roll be called.
Derek Grissom. Cameron Michael Woods. Matthew Michael Hampton, Jr. Kanan Klein. Braden Keith Rybolt. Malin Allen Page. Vanessa Jean West. Reagan Marie Singer. Lucas Dwayne Paddock. Luke Masuo Yamashiro. Haley Rose Kotka. Emily Marie Harrison. Roya Jocelyn Walton. Morgan D. Crom. Summer Harvey. Gwendolyn Audrey Harvey. Hunter Wyatt Logue. Samuel David Logue. Mason Hornung. Cadence Brock. Genevieve Kate Antrim. Madison Sue Gray. Ellie Grace Volt. Shirley Hill. Kylie Hetzer. Peyton Maya Hornan. Mason Bryce Tipton. Travis Shook. Emma Jane Townsend. Hayden Bryant Schlichter. Ella Marie Rice. Whitley B. Laguerre. Alyssa Jade Hannah. Reagan McKinley Chapman. Rachel Hammond. Jackson Phoenix. Ellie B. Pitcher. Kaylin Elizabeth Bombauer. Raven Shao. John D. Teagarden.
Emily Ann Pitcher. Maggie Fagan. Riley Jane Holland. Chloe LaFaith Dale. Emilia Rose Witter. Anna Marie Buckler. Dylan Edward Persinger. Zebulon Whitney Hall. Sean O'Sullivan. Dominic Cadle. Jenna Johnson. Ashley Ann Gifford. Sarah Jo Johnson. Kelly Ann Bruns. Evie Allstatter. Kendall Erica Katzler. Haley Alexandra Scott. Grace E. Patrick. Morgan Shockley. Michael O'Sullivan. Harry Van Winkle. Caleb Matthew York. Contessa Noelle Fields. Victoria Russell. Nicholas Carson Collins. Nicholas A. McCoy. Clayton Wes Pearson. Eris Jocelyn Fulton. Noah Scott Taylor. Alexander Christopher Moore. Gavin Hara. Madison Lackey. Martha Frost. Joshua Griffey. Garrett Townsend. Madeline K. Moore. Hannah Elizabeth Elaine Lewis. Kirsten Alexis Page Osborne. Skylar Faber. Piper Alexis Lunsford.
Brandon Brookbank. Lauren Brooks. Paige Eileen Whipple. Harlena Kaufman. Devin Thone. Hayden Walters. Colton Brown. Taylor Hill. Brandon Gray. Timothy Price. Brian Lay. Mason Andrew Cash Wicker. Jaden Christopher Bias. Silas Harbin. Jaden Story. Elijah Lowe. Taylor Collette.
Good afternoon. A couple weeks ago, when Ms. Barnheiser asked me to get this closing today, I wasn't sure exactly what I would talk about. I didn't have any final words or lasting remarks that came rushing into my mind that I wanted to tell the class of 2021. So I decided to start with thanking everyone that made the day possible. All the teachers and school staff that pushed us all to our limits, and sometimes over those limits, because they had a vision of the success each one of us is capable of. I would also like to thank our parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, siblings, friends, and other people who have loved each of us and been the examples we all need in our lives. None of us would be here today if it wasn't for the love and support of the adults in our lives. It still doesn't seem real that our 13 years of school here at Union County is already over. It feels like just yesterday that we laid down to take a nap in kindergarten, and now here we are, graduating from high school. Whether you enjoyed your time here or not, we will always have the memories to remind us about the good times we had and the people we knew here at Union County High School. From the time Alex Van Winkle and Caleb York put keys in an outlet to the countless cornhole games we all played in Mr. Nash's room. We all have some memories we will take with us wherever we go in life. As we prepare to leave today and close this chapter in our lives, I would like to wish all of you the best of luck. I know each and every one of you will make an impact on this world, whether you believe it or not. There's a song by one of my favorite artists, Scotty McCreery, in which he says, "It's always too soon, it's always too fast. There'll never come a day that you don't want back. It ain't about the numbers chiseled in concrete. It's how they live their lives in the dash between." I'd like to personally challenge each of you to make the best of your own dash. You never know what tomorrow will bring, but there's someone who knows what every tomorrow will hold. In the Old Testament, the prophet Jeremiah said in chapter 29, verse 11, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope in a future." God has a plan in this world for each and every one of us. It might be big or it might be small, but it's what we were all meant to do. Thank you, and I wish you all the best of luck in your future. Now I'd like to ask you all to please bow your heads and pray with me. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you that we could all come out here today to celebrate this wonderful class of 2021. We thank you for all the good times we had together and all the memories we made. We ask that you stay with us throughout our future and you keep us all safe and allow us to pursue our dreams and achieve our goals and be the best that we can in this world. We thank you and we praise you. And it's in your Son's name we pray. Amen.
Graduates, but please stand and follow along as we assist in the turning of the tassels.
Ladies and gentlemen, I proudly present to you the graduates of the class of 2020. 2021!